I don't have any liquid left in me.
This could be the reason why you're ill.
You know what, let me fix that. Hang on.
No. Well, that was hard to predict.
I actually didn't expect it to do the whole exploding thing, I'll be honest.
I'm glad we got that sorted. Now, we need a name.
Well, you've got one. I don't like it very much, and I think it's silly, but you've got one.
Yeah, alright. Which one? Do you mean my name personally or for the show?
I don't know, pick whichever one makes you feel more offended.
You bastard!
Eddie, you complete bastard!
Well, I'm glad we've got that out of the way. Right, the show, the special. This special. It's got to be a special.
Oh, it's special, alright.
Yeah, well, it's not high enough quality to be part of the main series, and no one expects too much off a special.
My foot's still wet.
The foot's still wet? The damp foot special?
That's not the name I was suggesting. I was interjecting with a fun anecdote.
Oh, were you? Oh, yeah. I must have blinked and missed it.
Christy, I thought we weren't on camera.
No, we're not. Okay. Oh, shit. Right, I must have blinked with my mouth. Hang on. I'll do a sound effect for that. That's a pathetic sound effect.
That was crap, but I'm not going to mock you because I can't actually make that noise.
You can't make that noise? No, see what you're doing now, you're pulling on his cheek. What you need to do... No, look, you need to fill it up with your mouth. No, I'm not doing... Look.
I'm going to give up now.
Okay, but you just keep putting your finger in your cheek. Look, fascinating listening for everyone at home. I can't make this noise. What noise is that, Dan? Of this audio medium we have selected?
No, Dan, stop putting your finger in your mouth.
Oh. Right.
Have you got a bin?
I just tend to put it with the rubbish, so if you keep hold of it...
then.
Fuck you!
Viewers at home, I dropped it on his floor.
Viewers at home, you fucking moron.
Look, it's got to be on telly. There's a screen there. It's got dials on it and stuff.
Hello and welcome. Well, I'm glad you did manage to keep quiet during that introduction.
That was the introduction?
Well, it was going to be.
Okay, carry on.
But I've just realised I still don't have a name.
The long-awaited disaster.
No, it's the long-awaited sequel. We've got to have a name for the special.
Okay,
What's so special
about it? It's the long-awaited
this?
sequel. Not quite Christmas, but the Christmas decorations have gone up in the shop special.
It's a bit long-winded, but I like it.
Much like everything we ever say or do.
No.
Yes.
I refute that comment.
It's taken us how long to get to the intro?
Well, listeners. Listeners at home or on the road or in a public place.
Yeah, right. 1, we've not got 3 listeners. 2, who would put this on in a public place?
No, I'll be honest with you, I slipped into my injury lawyers for you spiel.
So, no, can't branding, advertising.
Oh no, we were sponsored by Injury Lawyers for You. Shut up. Injury Lawyers for You, the helpful, kind, and not at all bastards who will help you claim money you probably don't deserve.
Did you trip over like a tit?
Well,
Here, we're going to sue the pavement.
Also, we can't sue. You can't sue us for any. If you've been affected by any of the incidences or issues brought up in this program. What the hell's wrong with you?
Also, you brought it on yourself by listening. It's not our fault.
Yeah. So I blame... Who should we blame?
We can't blame the viewers for being offended for watching our thing.
Oh, we can blame the viewers
we
because
can.
we got listeners. So we blame all of the viewers.
We blame all the people who are looking at their radio and going, why is the picture working?
You're looking at the radio.
Exactly.
Hello and welcome to this potentially award-winning show one day, hopefully.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's helped. That's helped.
We've got to be modest. We're British.
Oh yeah, that's true. But no, they say hello and welcome to this award-winning show, and they've won an award. We just always add potentially afterwards, and we're covered.
I don't think I've ever actually listened to an award-winning radio show.
Hello and welcome to this potentially award-winning show.
You do it without laughing.
Hello and welcome to this potentially... I've said that a bit quickly. I'll try again. Hello. Hello. And what you've got to do the easy listening voice now.
I see.
I think they're called. Oh, all right, I'll do it properly. It's
Properly.
yes.
Listeners at home, I'm giving him a look. The look says, I don't believe you.
I don't believe it.
Oh, God.
So, hello, hello. Is anyone there?
Is anybody out there?
No. Good. We'll be shut down for copyright before we can ruin everyone's lives. Hello and welcome to the long-awaited sequel, Auditioning Special. Today in the studio I have Dan Evans. Would you like to say hello, Dan?
Hello, Dan.
I'm afraid he was unfortunately dropped on his head just after this recording.
I don't like that plan.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
We're on the first floor.
Right. And coming up today on the show, well, why don't you tell them, Dan?
Because I don't know what's coming up on the show, Christy, and you know that I don't know, and you've set me up for this. You git.
Well, thanks for that summary there, Dan. So you've got that to look forward to. But this is our audition to get onto BBC Radio 4.
Well, I've just buggered that up then, haven't I?
Yeah. I think using the word buggered as well might have fucked it up a bit.
Well, we might as well just drop the pretense now. I'm going to windmill my dick around in front of the microphone.
You spin me right round, baby.
Oh, God.
Right. Well, moving on. I had ambitions when I started this show.
Yeah, we better make them realistic, though.
I called it the long-awaited sequel. Everyone knows sequels are shit, especially if there's been a long distance between.
The problem is the sequels are always worse than the original, but they don't have an original to compare to because everything you've ever made has been called long-awaited sequel to something.
Well, yes, but that means because it's the long-awaited as well. It's had years to. Well, no, the idea is usually sequels that are long-awaited have years to get built up. So they think it's going to be great, and then it comes out and
Built
it's terrible.
Far beyond expectations.
Yes. So not only is the quality lower because it's a sequel anyway, we have the build-up. So just to bring that crushing disappointment to you all at home, in a work or in a public place.
Or maybe just on the bus and wondering why on earth the bus driver won't change the bloody sound system over.
Well, that suggests we have gone onto Radio 4! We made it!
Yeah! And our high five made noise that could be picked up by the microphone.
Oh, yes.
This is a good day.
Yes. So, let's move on.
Is it time for the news?
Yes, onwards and upwards we come to the news. And if we're on Radio 4, we have to go beep, 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 beep. This is BBC Radio 4 with the news at 17:15.
At prime time slot.
Yeah, prime time slot.
Everyone's driving home from work. You go, what the fuck's the radio stuck?
So, I just think we should just set up a pirate station. Overwhelm the radio waves with this.
I would happily take part in some sort of plan to hijack the radio stations on the off chance that someone I've met recognises my voice. Why the hell is Dan coming through my headphones?
Just override iPods, burn out iPods. There's nothing left but radios, and the only thing that comes out of them is the. And coming up next, we have Dan, the sexy Beetle man.
Oh God.
Okay, so this news segment is for news that we wish has happened, because actually finding news that has happened is dull, and it usually isn't as good as news that we could have imagined happening ourselves.
Yes.
So first up, the headline news: all radio stations have been shut down. The only thing that's being broadcast is the long-awaited sequel. The Prime Minister, whose name has slipped my mind, so what I'll do is pretend it's years ago, Prime Minister Tony Blair.
Don't be silly, it's clearly David Clegg.
Oh God, yeah, it's them two, isn't it? Little and Large, the worst comedy double act we've had. Anyway.
You say large. The only thing large about him is his bloody forehead.
I know, it's massive,
It's
isn't it?
huge.
Oh, talking of, what's his name? David Cameron.
Yes.
Have you haven't seen, if for some reason we're getting more media exposure, incidentally, than the thing I'm about to reference, then something's gone wrong with the world. But if you haven't seen Cassette Boys Cameron rap, stop this shit. Stop it now.
Yeah.
please, for the love of God, stop it now and go and find on YouTube Cassette Boys rap about David Cameron.
It's much better than this. It's much better than this.
Yeah, well, so's having your eyes poked. But
it begs the question why we take time out of our day to record it, really, doesn't
I
it?
don't actually. This is a holographic message I've left.
So what you're saying is that I could slap you and my hand would phase right through.
Hard light hologram.
You clever bastard.
Yes.
Using that technology that's not been invented yet.
Yes,
you.
It's been referenced in Doctor Who and Red Dwarf. I think it's pretty well established.
Oh, God. Speaking of news that we wish happened, Doctor Who is now officially going on forever.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I've also heard a rumour that they managed to get all of the actors who've ever played the Doctor and put them all together in one 2-hour film.
Of course, in their original ages at the time when
Oh, yeah.
they played the Doctor.
Oh, yes.
And they've also removed all of the companions you didn't like very much.
Yes, yes, that's true. I know it's a coincidence, people. I know. But that is actually what's happened. I suspect the BBC have just done it as a measure to try and appease us, considering we've taken over all broadcasting.
I was just thinking, actually,
Yeah.
the BBC have suddenly tailored Doctor Who to fit our exact specifications, and also we're the only thing being broadcast on the radio.
Yeah.
What have we done? Did we bomb the Parliament building until our demands were met?
Oh yeah, nicely done. Now they know that's coming. Well, no, they know it's happened. Because it's in the future. Excellent! They won't be able to prove a thing.
And now on the news we wish had happened segment, we're in the actual news. Apparently,
Yeah.
in the past.
Also on the news that we wish had happened, the long-awaited sequel was cancelled before this recording began.
But we've not been commissioned yet. How could it be cancelled before it began?
Luckily, it was explained in a recent episode of Doctor Who, tailored for our needs. The plan's coming
In
together.
what? Where the Doctor's TARDIS ends up in the Falmouth Maritime Museum and he's come to defeat the evil that is you and me and this microphone.
Don't tell them that we're in Falmouth. They'll track us down with knives. We're actually broadcasting to you right now from Scotland. And we have special guest Billy Connolly. Hello, Billy Connolly. Hello!
That's not offensive at all.
Can I go to the toilet, please? I've been wanting to go since the late 80s.
That would explain a lot, wouldn't it?
It would. I don't think Billy Well, that was a special guest there, Billy Connolly.
I'll tell you what, isn't it great that we voted yes for independence and won?
Yeah. Yeah, aye. That's true.
I'm not taking part in this farcical accent. I have relatives who are Scottish and they'll hate me.
I'm building up a wall for the Haggises to be able to toss the caber over the top of the English bastards.
That's what Border Patrol is now. We've got Hadrian's Wall on our side and a little bit of no man's land on the other side, Haggis's Wall.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to break into Scotland need only eat their weight in haggis to get through.
Wow. So for those of you attempting to break into Scotland, we're keeping you out with the haggis.
Can we do a single accent that's not technically incredibly offensive between
G'day,
us?
Bruce.
I don't-
Quality status, poor.
I didn't mean to join in. It's like ingrained in my subconscious now.
Audience numbers, 4. And reducing.
Oh, God.
I think 2 of those will be me checking.
One of them will be me going, how bad is it really?
Yeah. So you'll be listening to the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, Tom
before we get to the intro.
Yeah. Tom will eventually end up listening to this because he wonders what the bloody hell we do with our spare time.
Oh, now he knows we do use it constructively.
Well, he's already seen us try and fly a plane. So,
Oh yes, yeah, that's still there. For those of you wanting a laugh from people who are just as incompetent as us, but are in no way related and definitely not the same people, so we're not plugging the same thing. Look at oh bollocks, where is it?
I don't know, I can't remember what your bloody channel's called.
Oh, Just Komodo, that's it, yeah.
Where's this one going anyway?
This one's going on iTunes and on Just Komodo.
Ah.
So if you're watching this on Just Komodo, you're wasting your time. You might as well be on another tab. I mean, this is the sort of thing you can have in background noise.
Do you have a placeholder picture for this, or is it just going to be a black screen?
Oh,
I don't think you've thought this through, listeners.
oh, there's a shock. Oh, let me get this straight.
He's so up to date.
Let me get this straight. It's possible I haven't thought everything entirely through. Oh, what's coming up later in the show, Dan?
Don't ask me. You already asked me.
Yeah, I know, that's the...
I may have missed the joke. Have we even been recording for half an hour?
Checking.
Milliseconds go by very fast.
Oh, do they? Oh, there's a shocker. Oh, you can bring back the news segment. Breaking news.
Milliseconds quite fast.
Yes. Seconds also pretty nippy when you try and count them.
Premier chronologist describes seconds as hard to catch with tweezers.
Well done. I don't think they'll have any clue what you're talking about.
A chronologist is someone who studies time.
If I could turn back time,
No song lyrics.
I would stop this recording.
I just imagine future Christie popping up in front of us as we walk up the stairs and going, "No! You're going to cause a referendum about Scotland, you're going to blow up Parliament, you're going to ruin the BBC, and you'll make Doctor Who go on forever. Oh, and you'll be famous, but that's... No, I don't want to tell you that.
No.
Oh, I've not thought this all the way through."
Another me appears and goes, "Hello, hello, hello." I don't know why I've got 3 different voices. It's probably an age-related thing. And my voice gets either deeper or... Hello! Hello!
And the last one's what, an opera singer?
Hello! Tom Baker appears and goes, "Good evening."
I refuse to believe that Tom Baker from the future has the time left to turn up and inform us.
Oh, how dare you!
Go away, Tom Baker.
Fine. Right, yes, well, that was my good celebrity friend Tom Baker there, just following Billy Connolly on the way out.
I feel like I need a celebrity friend, but I'm not very good at
Impressions.
no making friends.
Oh, that's true. Well, it's been a real experience having you on the show.
Oh wait, we're wrapping up now.
Well, I thought we'd better.
But we've not even technically ended the news segment.
Okay, coming up next week on the news.
This is the news.
Well,
We've taken over the BBC. This is the only source of news people have got.
Right. How did that work out in the future, Christy? Oh, splendid. Britain now rules the rest of the world as long as you only listen to the BBC and don't leave.
We North Korea now, basically.
I'm not Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, well, this is Kim Jong Christie and Kim Jong Dan signing off, is it?
Oh, right, yeah. Well, it was lovely. It was lovely to dictator you all. And next week, we have more of the glorious message of the long-awaited sequel. Bringing you the news you don't want to hear.
But have no choice
Yeah.
but to listen to.
Yeah, that's true, actually. In Korea, they all have to listen to the news.
They all have to get standardised haircuts.
Oh, no. It'd be terrible. I hate on my haircut.
I know, right? Rubbish.
Yeah, well, I think we're too similar to have a dynamic conversation. What do you think about haircuts? I hate having it done. So do I. Right, thanks for that, Dad. No problem, Christy. Excellent.
That sounds like the Top Gear news segment without James May, really, doesn't it? No, that's coming back. Oh, a news you do want to hear. Top Gear's coming back.
Oh, hang
soon.
on a minute.
Unless you're an Argentinian.
What's the news? What's the BBC news set? Because I've got that's the ITV news, so it doesn't have to be real. But the BBC.
I don't know. They changed it recently, and I never quite got. Well, I say recently, about 7 years ago, and I never quite got the hang of the new theme.
Okay, hang on. I'll just do a different theme, and we'll say that's the actual genuine news.
Got it.
Okay. Actually, that's not quite lively enough.
Oh, we both knew exactly what we were fucking thinking.
Wait a minute. Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun.
right. Look here, Dictator General of the BBC.
My name's Richard.
Oh my god.
I really wish someone. If you're the Potato family, by the way, if your second name is Potato, no, your surname is Potato, call your son Richard, because Richard Potato and Dictator are very similar, and I would be very happy for someone to have that as a name.
That is such a long-winded, process to get from joke to punchline.
No.
It requires an awful lot of logical jumps.
Okay, I'll do it again in a slower voice.
No, you won't. I forbid it.
Talking of Richards, have you ever used a dictaphone, Dan?
I don't see how that's relevant to Richards, but no, I've never used a dictaphone.
No, neither do I. It's easier to dial with your fingers, isn't it?
You. Rest assured, viewers, if I had something to hand to stab him with, I would be.
No!
Oh, hang on, I do have something to hand.
No! Well, that's the end of the long-awaited sequel Audition Special.
It's the end of the line, Christy.
Please, BBC, please let us know what you think. We've got to send it in on tape to them. Just say.
You can actually just submit things to the BBC for consideration, can't you?
Yes, I know. I'm not sure what they. I think they'd send someone back with a flamethrower.
I want to send it in just to see what the reaction would be, quite honestly.
It would be, wouldn't it?
It would be a reaction.
Yes. I don't think there'd be anything. I think it would be quite a strong reaction. Well, are you encouraged? Well, they've given us a strong reaction.
Well, quite frankly, with the radio shows I've been listening to in the lab lately, this is much more entertaining.
Oh, good. I'll give you a copy for your phone.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, go away, Tom Baker.
We don't need you for this section.
Oh. Anyway, so I think we should wrap this up. So,
Well,
yo, down.
Oh, fuck me. No.
What do you think, Future Christy? I think you're making a terrible mistake and you should untie me. Thanks, Future Christy. So, you've been listening. No, you haven't. But we'll pretend for the sake of argument you have.
At best, you've had it on in the background and you've been occasionally tuning in to go, what the bloody hell did they just say?
Okay, so, let's say something controversial. I think Gordon Brown was clever.
That's not controversial, that's just wrong.
Right, that's fairly controversial, isn't it?
Not really, no.
Really?
No, there's no one who shares that opinion.
Alright, I think hedgehogs should take a more active role in Parliament.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So that's our recommendation. If you're listening, Prime Minister person, we want you to let hedgehogs have more active roles in government. And you got anything you want to get out there?
I think legislation should be put in place to avoid milk bribes.
Well, there we go.
Obviously in tandem with your suggestion,
Oh,
otherwise
yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. You've got a point. Well, it's good night from me, the host, and...
It's good night from me, the long-suffering guest.
Excellent. Good night.
Bye.
Now, don't ever underestimate me.
My cock.